So good morning all. Last class we studied about the cell organelle endoplasmic reticulum, the structure of endoplasmic reticulum and the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Now today we will study about the next cell organelle, that is Golgi apparatus. It's actually an organelle which is discovered by Camillo Golgi, and because of his name that cell organelle got that particular name. So Golgi apparatus is discovered by the scientist Camillo Golgi, and it consists of a system of membrane-bound vesicles or bags. It consists of a system of membrane-bound vesicles or bags. These are like oblong bags. They are arranged approximately parallel to each other in stacks. These membrane-bound bags or the vesicles are arranged parallel to each other in stacks, and these stacks are called as cisterns or cisternae. They are called as cisterns or cisternae. So these membrane bound stacks are arranged approximately parallel to each other, and they will be always in connection with the endoplasmic reticulum, so that they can collect the productions or products of endoplasmic reticulum. We will study. So we will see once again the Golgi apparatus. It is discovered by the scientist Camillo Golgi, and it consists of a system of membrane bound vesicles or bags arranged parallel to each other. Remember, this is cisterns. They are arranged parallel to each other in stacks called as cisterns, and they will be in connection with the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum. So now we have to study the functions of Golgi apparatus. Now about the functions of Golgi apparatus. Its main function is storage, modification and package of various products produced by the endoplasmic reticulum. The material synthesized near endoplasmic reticulum is packed and dispatched to various regions inside and outside the cell. That's the function of Golgi apparatus. This is endoplasmic reticulum. So the products we studied, endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes, and that will produce proteins, helps in the production of proteins and hormones, enzymes and all. So that will be passed, or that will be carried to the Golgi apparatus, which is situated near to the endoplasmic reticulum, and there it will be packed and then dispatched to the target site where it has to do its function. It will be dispatched to that place. So its function include storage, modification and package of products in vesicles. Vesicles means biological term. It's bag. Vesicles means bag. So its main function is storage, modification and package of products of endoplasmic reticulum in vesicles and sending it to the target site where it has to act. Then the next main function is the production of complex sugars from simple sugars. In some cases it helps in the production of complex sugars. Complex sugars can be produced from the simple sugars. So helps in the production of complex sugars from simple sugars. Main function storage, modification and package. Next is helps in the production of complex sugars from simple sugars. Then next is involved in the formation of lysosomes. Lysosomes are actually the third cell organelle which we are going to study, which are about to study lysosomes. So these Golgi apparatus helps in the production of lysosomes also. Now we have to see what is lysosome. So these are the main functions of Golgi apparatus. One is helps the material synthesized near the endoplasmic reticulum will be packed and dispatched to the target site. Main function includes storage, modification and package of products in the vesicles, then production of complex sugars from simple sugars and production of lysosomes. Now we have to see what is lysosome. We have to see the structure and the function of lysosome. So third organelle which we have to study is lysosome. Lysosomes are actually membrane-bound structures filled with digestive enzymes. Lysosomes are actually membrane. We studied Golgi apparatus helps in the production of lysosomes. So lysosomes are actually membrane-bound structures filled with digestive enzymes. You can see the membrane bound structures, and inside it will be filled with very powerful digestive enzymes. Powerful digestive enzymes will be filled enzymes, and these enzymes are produced from the endoplasmic reticulum, and that will be packed inside this bag in the Golgi apparatus. So the lysosomes are membrane bound structures filled with digestive enzymes, and it's actually a kind of waste disposal system of cell. The main role played by lysosome is it's a waste disposal system. The removal of waste from the cell is done by the lysosomes. They help to keep the cell clean by digesting any foreign particles that is entering. Any foreign particles that is entering the cell can be digested by these enzymes. These enzymes can digest the foreign particles like bacteria or food or any old organelles, worn out cell organelles, anything is there in the cell that can be digested by the help of this lysosome. So this is all about the lysosome. Now we have to study the main functions of lysosomes now. Now we'll study the functions of lysosomes. We studied lysosomes are membrane-bound structures filled with digestive enzymes. So here, the lysosomes break foreign materials entering the cell, such as bacteria. So they helps to break down the foreign materials like bacteria which enter the cell, and also helps to break down the food particles, and also helps to break down the old cell organelles. Worn out or old damaged cell organelles can be broken down by the help of lysosomes. And they contain, how can they do that? They contain powerful digestive enzymes. So these lysosomes will burst open and digest, so that the enzymes will come out, and these enzymes will digest the foreign particles which enter the cell. During the disturbance in cellular metabolism, sometimes some disturbances occur during the cellular metabolism, like cell may get damaged or anything, cell may get damaged. So in such cases what happens, this lysosome will burst itself and release the digestive enzymes, and that digestive enzymes will digest its own cell itself. So these digestive enzymes helps to digest the cell itself, its own cell itself. So during the time of any disturbance in the cellular metabolism, the cell may get damaged. So in that time, this lysosome will break open and digestive enzymes will digest its own cell. So hence it breaks or digests its own cell. They are called as suicidal bags of the cell. They are called as suicidal bags. Suicide. They are killing its own cell. So they are hence called as suicidal bags of the cell. Important to study the functions of lysosomes. You have to study the functions of lysosome. And the next cell organelle we have to study is about mitochondria. The next cell organelle which we have to study is mitochondria. Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. What may be the reason for that? Why it may be called like powerhouse of the cell? Because it provides energy for various chemical reactions that is taking place in the cell. So this mitochondria will provide energy for various chemical reaction that is taking place in the cell in the form of ATP. ATP molecule is actually produced in mitochondria, and ATP is actually called as the energy currency of the cell, because this ATP provide energy for various chemical reaction including the production of chemical compounds and also for various mechanical work. So this ATP is called as energy currency of the cell. This ATP is produced in the mitochondria, and ATP is used, ATP provide energy for new chemical compounds and also for doing various mechanical work. So that's all about. So that is why the mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. Why mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell? Because mitochondria produce ATP. ATP molecule is produced in mitochondria. And what is ATP? ATP is actually adenosine triphosphate. You have to study the expansion of ATP. It's important. So ATP is adenosine triphosphate. They are called as energy currency of the cell, and these ATPs are produced in mitochondria, and this ATP will provide energy for various chemical activities that is taking place inside the cell. And now we have to see the structure of mitochondria. Structure of mitochondria means mitochondria is actually a rod-shaped structure or a rod-shaped organelle which is having two-layered membrane. It has two-layered membrane, outer membrane and the inner membrane. Outer membrane is porous. So many pores are present in the outer membrane, and inner membrane is deeply folded. Inner membrane is deeply folded. Outer membrane is having so many pores in it, and inner membrane is deeply folded. This is to increase the surface area for the production. Usually the ATP production take place in the inner membrane. So for producing more amount of ATP, more area is required. So for that purpose, the inner membrane is deeply folded to increase the surface area for the production of ATP. So it has two-layered membrane, outer and inner membrane. Outer membrane having pores in it, inner membrane is deeply folded. And these infoldings, these finger-like projections inside the mitochondria are called as cristae. We have studied another term similar to this, that is cisternae. They are actually the stack of Golgi apparatus. This is cristae. That is cisternae. This is cristae. Cristae are the finger-like projections formed in the inside the mitochondria, that is by the infoldings of the inner membrane, that is called as cristae. And another specialty of mitochondria is these mitochondria has its own ribosome and its own DNA, and hence it is called as the strange organelle. Since it has its own DNA and its own ribosome, it is called as the strange organelle. And these mitochondria have another important property: it can multiply by fission. Inside the cell, the mitochondria replicate by the process of fission. It can divide by fission process. That is an important thing about the mitochondria. So mitochondria, we will once again review. So that is, mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. And why it is called as the powerhouse of the cell? Because it provides energy for various chemical activities. And how this energy is provided? This energy is produced in the form of molecules called as ATP. ATP molecule means adenosine triphosphate molecule, and these ATP molecules are called as energy currency of the cell. And these energy currency, they provide energy for new chemical formation of new chemical compounds and also for various mechanical works. And about the structure of mitochondria, it has two-layered membrane, outer membrane and the inner membrane. Inner membrane is deeply folded to form finger-like projections, and these projections are called as cristae. This is to increase the surface area for the production of ATP. And another specialty is it has its own DNA and ribosome, and hence it is called as the strange organelle, because this is the organelle which is having its own DNA. Usually cell nucleus is having a DNA, but here the mitochondria is also have DNA in it, and ribosomes also there, so that it can play a major role in the production of protein. For its own purpose, it can produce the protein. So hence, because of the presence of this DNA and ribosome, it's called as strange organelle. So that's all about the mitochondria. Next organelle which we have to study is plastids.